Swoyambhu. Namaste. My name is John. I come from America. I come from New York City. I am a devotee of Guru Trikutananda here at Gurudham. The experiences that I've had here at Gurudham have been amazing. Many things have happened here, and many gifts from the Guru have been given. What I can say is that before I came to Gurudham, I had a lot of spiritual experiences, and I was somewhat psychic or clairvoyant, but I could never see anything, and really the only thing I can do was feel somebody else's emotions. So when I sat next to somebody, I could feel their emotions. What the Guru has given me is, he's given me an initiation that can actually made me be able to see the other, like the spiritual world. So that was a very great gift. I might have been able to get that by myself in about 30 years of meditation. However, the Guru gave it to me in 30 seconds. Let's see. One of the gifts here at Gurudham are that there are a lot of gods and goddesses, and the Guru has given me mantras in order to talk to them. And for example, the first god that I spoke with was Krishna. So during Krishna's birthday last year, I didn't know anything about Hindu gods or Hindu cultures. I come from the West, and the only thing I knew about was a little bit about Ganesh, a little bit about Shiva, but that was it. And so when I got to speak with Krishna, I asked him to show me himself, because I didn't know what he looked like. So I asked Krishna, would you please show me your face? And he said no. And I said, why? And he said, because I represent devotion, and you have no devotion. And I got kind of quizzical, and I said, what do you mean I don't have devotion? I've flown across the world, I am in a strange place, I have to sit in the Sukhasana for 8 hours a day, painful. And so his response was, here is God in the form of a man, how could you not devote yourself to him? Meaning Gurudev. So another time I got to speak with Sai Baba. So what Sai Baba told me, whenever I saw Sai Baba's photo, I get energy from Sai Baba. With his hands, I feel the energy. And so when I got to speak with Sai Baba, I asked him, how do you do that? How do you give me energy just through a photo? And he said that when he looks at a person, the only thing he sees is the divine particle. And everything else is Maya, everything else is illusion. So the only part of a person that's real is the divine particle. So Sai Baba only sees that divine particle, and he said, the way I give you energy is when I look at you, I see your divine particle and I see it. You see your own divine particle reflected back to you in my face. I've had the privilege of speaking with many gods and goddesses, and that's a gift from the Guru. This week is Dashane, so I've been getting to know the goddess Durga, and really I didn't know anything except for what she told me. So yesterday was the third day of Dashane, and the goddess that I met then was very much of this world, very lower dimensional. And so she showed me that she's very powerful, and that she accepts the prayers from people, and she gives back. And so that was the goddess Durga that I talked to yesterday. And today, or the day before, on the fourth day of Dashane, the Durga that I met was basically the Supreme Divine, like just covered all dimensions from 1 to 12, just was basically the essence behind all things. And she she told me a lot of secrets. So it's I know nothing about this goddess, and I was kind of confused because I didn't understand how a god could be so low on one day and show it in one form in such a low capacity, and then in such a supreme divine capacity. So all of these gods and goddesses are at the servitude of our guru, and I'm very thankful to Guru Dev for all that he's given me. I've been able to open a healing practice in New York, and it's gone very well. I am lucky enough to be able to see what happens during the healing. My guru comes, in my mind's eye, my guru comes and he sits in the Sukhasana, and he looks over everything that's going on during the healing, and I'm able to watch it like a movie. So a lot of times people's ancestors will come, there'll be gods and goddesses, there'll be angels there to assist with the healing, and it's very beautiful to watch, and the more I see, the more secrets I learn. This is all thanks to the guru. When I first got back to America after learning 2 healing techniques from the guru, I went to a metaphysical expo. So I rented a booth, and it was kind of like a 3-day event where there were speakers about spirituality, and there was many booths selling crystals, and there were tarot card readers, etc. And so I set up a booth as a healer. And there were many miracles that happened that weekend. I healed many people, and many people had pain that day, and then as soon as the healing was over, they were healed. Also, whenever somebody saw a guru's picture, if they were of high consciousness, they could recognize the power of the picture from Guru Dev. Also, another time at that event, a guru came to me, and he was a guru from India that lives in New York, and he was going around and he asked me who I was, and I introduced myself to him, and he asked me, how I learned my healing, and I showed him the picture of my guru, and he was just a very happy man, but when he saw the picture of my guru, he got very serious, and he said, and then he looked around at what I had in my booth, and I had a plate, which is, it's called Micro Reiki, and it's a system that my guru developed, and it's a special copper plate. And when this other guru, when he looked at the plate, he got very surprised. And one of his devotees is with him and noticed his reaction to the plate, and his devotee said, what's so special about the plate? And the guru said, all the great masters have their own healing techniques that they create, and this is a healing technique of a great master. So basically, I come from New York City to see Guru Dev, Guru Trikutananda, and if you're here in Kathmandu, I would definitely recommend to come. If you are a spiritual seeker or someone that would like to learn healing or would like to get the gift of being able to understand real spirituality, being able to see with this eye instead of these eyes, to be able to see the inner world, that's what Gurudham is here for. Also, there's a healing center called the Holistic Healing, where they practice the two types of healing that I practice in New York. And it's the first time I experienced it was very, very powerful. I healed a broken bone in me. So if you have ailments or anything that you'd like help from the guru, then this is a good place for that. I can't say enough good stuff. It's been very welcoming here at Gurudham. I feel, even though I'm very Western, I had never experienced Nepali culture. After this year, I feel very welcome, and I feel like a part of this family. So I'm very grateful to Gurudham, and my goal is to expand my practice in America and I would like to send back money to Gurudham. Guru's vision is to open a hospital that is half holistic and half Western medicine. So to combine both, because he sees value in both. That yes, sometimes an illness is caused by spiritual maladies, and other times the physical needs to be addressed with antibiotics or saline solution if the person is very dehydrated, etc. So both are helpful to a person, and he sees the benefit of using both. Also, Guru can liberate people from the cycle of reincarnation. So this is something that there's many monasteries here in Nepal that monks from childhood meditate every day in order to get liberation. And most times they don't even get it. So they practice their whole lives every day to get liberation. And I've seen the Guru, through my third eye, I've seen the Guru liberate many people outside the world of reincarnation. One of the things about the hospital is that it would be a hospice for people that are dying, and one part of the hospital would be a hospice. And those people, when they died, they would be liberated outside of the wheel of reincarnation. So there's a lot here at Gurudham. The Guru is very generous with his time. He generally spends about 4 hours per day for his devotees. And then on Saturdays, he gives satsang, which is at least 3 hours long. And he's just very generous with his time. He doesn't charge money. So only for the initiations, for the healing sessions, of the holistic healing. But if you want to come and learn from the Guru, then it's free of charge. And I find it valuable to come all the way from America and spend 7 weeks here. So I would definitely recommend that you take the trip up the hill here at Kathmandu, at Halchak. And it's a little bit of a drive up the hill, but it's definitely worth it.
ओम श्री त्रिकुटा गुरुधाम नेपाल यथार्थमा एक अद्वितीय अनुपम र अवर्णनीय आध्यात्मिक सत्यको संस्कार र ईश्वरीय अस्तित्वलाई बोध गर्न सक्ने फलोको रूपमा विकसित हुन पुगेको छ, जहाँ कुनै पनि धर्म सम्प्रदाय तथा जात जातिको भेदभाव नगरी सबै साधक साधिकाहरूको लागि सम्पूर्ण गुरु महागुरुहरू, देवी देवताहरू, भगवानहरू तथा सबै सूक्ष्म महाशक्तिहरूबाट दिव्य कृपा र दिव्य मार्गदर्शन प्राप्त गर्दै यहाँहरू पनि ब्रह्म रसको महासागरमा डुबुल्की मार्दै आफ्नो जीवनलाई धन्य बनाई परम आनन्दमा लीन हुन चाहनुहुन्छ भने ओम श्री त्रिकुटा गुरुधाम नेपाल यहाँहरूको हार्दिक स्वागत गर्दछ।